Hello everyone, I know it's been a bit of a while since I've done like a video on this channel, and I do get quite busy. I know I was going to say I was going to do a video on the Mark 1, was it? Civilian duty or something or other, or was it a Mark 5 longhose, Mark 5 BA, is it? But whatever. I am going to get around to doing some more videos, but I've had a lot going on. You know, it's raining, that's not an excuse, but it's raining, it's paying it down, and I got this today from a good mate of mine, Helmet Productions, so I'm going to do an unboxing video on it. We did a bit of a trade, and I've sent him some stuff, and I hope he gets that safe and sound. He sent me this, and I'm going to unbox it. So, he's kindly put open here. So I'm going to open the package and we're going to have a look at the contents. I've sent him some pattern 37 equipment and some gift items in return for this. I hope he's packaged it well, because my knife's going through like butter. And if you are watching this video, Helmet Productions, yeah, you've packaged it well. Thanks for using this kind of tape. I've used that crappy, you know, clear tape that you can buy. I had to put lots on because it started to come off. I think next time I'm going to buy this brown stuff, because it's pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, it's packaged it pretty well. Try and get in there with a knife. He's put a note in it, whether he wants me to read it on the video. So what I'm going to do is just have a look at this note that is given to me. Let me just skim through it. Yeah, I think yeah, it'd be right to read that. So sent me a note, and in the note it says, "Hello, mein Freund," and sorry if I'm, you know, killing the German language right now, butchering it, so to speak. I think what he's trying to get me to do is like guess, you know, what's like the contents in German. So, "Hello, mein Freund, in that dieser Bock." I'm not gonna read it because my German's crap. I'm just gonna read it in my head. LPS gas masker, M1936 pistolet. Yeah, I pretty much know what that is without reading the English translation, if you get that right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it is pretty obvious that. Yeah, there's a nice little quizzes thrown in, and there's the English translation. It is pretty obvious when you look at it, because LPS, you know, obviously that translates to the LPS gas mask. Then you've got the M1936 pistol belt there. But these are all like the contents of what's in the box. I'll show you the English side. But that's quite nice of him to, you know, put that in there. Thank you. A bit of a fun activity, so to speak. Anyhow, onto the goodies. There is actually another note in there, so whether you've bloody packaged it well, I'll give you that. Whether, hang on, let me just have a look at this other note. Hang on. Ah, that's very funny. He's put, like, seriously, did you really think I was gonna give you a note all in German? I know that I can be evil sometimes, but still, hopefully this box arrived to you safely, and that my packaging job has not reduced since the Portuguese Mauser. Yeah. Hopefully these items will make a great addition to your collection. All the best, Helmet Productions. And he's marked it with a broad arrow. That's nice of you, mate. Thank you. Yes, I am sure that these will fit in my collection. I haven't got a lot of like American stuff, so you know, I've got a few US bits and bobs, but you know, this is quite nice. I'm really happy, and the way you have packaged this is, you know, you've done a really good job. And I'm glad you have packaged it because it is quite a thin box, and I know you had to make this. I don't know what to start with, to be fair. So this is a US M1936 belt, an original. As you can see, you've got US stamp there. I don't know if I can unbox this on the camera. Try and get this off. Should have brought some scissors with me. I'm not going to cut through it with my knife. I think that'll just pull off like that. There we go. So we've got, first item is the US M1936 pattern belt. Beautiful condition. Is dated on 1943. And it's got the manufacturer on there. I don't know what that is. SF company. I can't really see because it's a bit like faded, but that's 1943 on there. It has also the fella's service number and name. I can't really make that out, but you can see it there. That's obviously the date stamp. The lighting's a bit crap in here. On there it's a bit too bright, but and you've got a US stamp, and obviously you've got the belt itself, and that hooks, if I can remember, like that. Pretty much the same kind of like hook system as the World War I M1910 belts, to be fair. But that is a M1936 US pistol belt from 1943. You know, I'm very, very happy with that, mate. Thank you for putting it in there. I'm gonna save the LPS to last because it's probably the like largest item in there. I don't know what else to go with. We'll go with this. This, well, you probably see what it is. First World War. It is an original. I can't remember the model of it. It's the pistol. You know, the magazine pouch. I can't remember the model of it. Let me just have a look. It is. Say, I'm glad he actually wrote a list. It is a hang on. World War One coat. Yeah, the M1911 pouch for the magazines. Nice condition, to be fair, for over like 100 years old. You got your snaps on there. It's still in very good condition, and that is one beautiful maker's mark there. PB and Co. 1918, June 1918. So, you know, late World War One, but before the end of the war, because obviously November was the end of World War One. November, well, we all know the date anyway, but June 1918. Nevertheless, what else have we got in here? We have got, I don't know what this is, can't remember. It may be the 8mm Mauser in there. You've bloody wrapped it well. I'll give you that, mate. Let me get into this. Gonna have to cut through it with a knife. You've really wrapped these well. Like, you've wrapped it better than I've sent you. I put a lot of like peanuts in my package, but you've wrapped it really well. You've even, you know, put it in another bag. crikey, you have done a superb job. And they are your 8mm Mauser rounds. Very kind of you. You don't have a Mauser anymore, so, you know, may as well give them to me. And we've got, get them out, all 8mm Mauser rounds. Move that out of the way. A handful of, you know, 5 rounds. He did say they're dated. That one is, I don't know if it'll focus, but that one is, will that focus? 1940 on there. You're not going to see it, I don't think, but that is 1945. 1940, I wish it had focused, but it won't. 1940. 1940. And also another 1940. It's not going to focus, but they're all, so you got 4 1940 rounds and 1 1945 dated round. Very generous of you. Just put them to one side. What else we got? I think these might be the relic ones, also 8mm Mauser. Let me gently cut into that without breaking it. But I won't, but I don't want to scratch them. Just hang on. Gently open it like so. Bloody hell, it's put a lot more in there. See that? I'll open the entire case and I'll show it to the camera. I like that little like foam envelope. So we've got, put that there, some 8mm Mauser relic. I don't know if they are dated. You're not going to see it, but that one's 1935. It's a pre-war. I must say they've scrubbed up well. 1935. I don't know whether they're all 35. 1936. 19. I can't make it out on that one. 1936 also. Sorry you're not going to see it on the camera. And then we got one 1937 on there. And we've also got a Turkish, I believe, clip, which might fit in the K98. So, yeah, thank you so much for them. I'll put them back. Oh, I can't even load them. I'll put them to one side. I need to learn to load K98 K clip or Mauser clip. I'll put them to one side with all the rest of it, and I'll set them up in a minute. We've got a little envelope here with an original postcard stamp, 1944, and a Reich penny, penny, I can't say it. See if we can get them out. I want to be very delicate, especially with the stamps. So here we've got the stamp. Very nice. I hope I don't get taken down for putting that emblem on, but you know, who cares? Get that out. And we've also got the Reichspennig. I don't know how we're going to say that, but yeah, both World War II German. Very, very kind of you. And then we've also got some other World War II German bits and bobs in there. and we'll take a look at. Put them nice and safe. And then here we have, is that taped? Or, oh, that's like a protective cover. Oh, that's pretty neat. He thinks these stamps are reproduction. Whether they are, I think they might be, possibly. I'll have to have a look. But we've got one there, and another one. I think these might be reproduction ones. They look a bit too new. Yeah, they are, I believe, reproduction. And you can tell the paper material is a bit different. They're high quality, but you know, they are nice stamps as well. Put them to one side as well. Probably go in my like photo album. I keep stamps in there too, or on display or something like that. We'll move on to this. Don't know what's in here. Oh no, I know what they are. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to open them first. Sorry if this is all a bit like off camera. But it is pretty hard to like open them on the camera as such. So we've got, gonna have to clean up in here after all this. Floor's a right mess. 2 Reproduction M1911 mags, and they are for the pouch. And the last item is this LPS. So I'm going to get this out. I'm going to pause the camera here, get this out, and we'll have a look. Alright, so after a bit of hard work trying to like open it all up, I've got the LPS out. You can see it's in its like original canister. Unfortunately, one of the snaps or buttons has come off, but hey, it is what it is. Still got its buckle on there. Give you a bit of a 360 on the lid. On the canister, sorry. You've got your Kema or Kema marking, and then up there. Then you've got the bottom of your canister, nothing on there. But you have got your markings on there, or your stamps even. I'm actually very excited for this one. You've got your instructions on there, which are in very good condition. And you've got the mask, if I can gently wiggle it out. You've got the mask itself. And the filter in the bottom of there, and some bits and bobs. I'll bring that down. You've got your, let me move that out of the way. You've got your filter marked with Kema. You've got your still like your stopper on there, or your piece of cloth covering the intake. Your inlet valve on there. Still got the nice original screw cap, so I'm very happy with that. In here we've got some cloth with a bar of I'm not gonna. Oh, well, I'm just gonna show you. I'm not gonna out fully, but you've got your decontamination soap in there, still in its wrapper, which is very nice. Let's pop that to one side. Wrap that back up. And that's kept in a bit of cloth there. So we've got your decontamination bar of soap there, your filter, canister, and the mask itself. We're going to have a look at the mask. If I bring this back a bit. So unfortunately, I will say, I mean, the valve housing is still sturdy, but sadly the wiring is all gone, which is very, very unfortunate. But, you know, things like that do happen. You know, that is, the rubber's fine, but like I say, the wiring's all come apart. But nevertheless, it's still a nice mask. Fortunately, the eyepiece is shot to shit, but, you know, that happens. You know, I'm happy with it. It's a mask I haven't got, so I'm very grateful for it. It is in good condition, I will have to admit that. You've got your markings on there. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It smells really nice too. I know that sounds weird, but it's got that nice rubbery smell to it that I love with all of the masks. You've got your markings on there, and it's dated 1938. Got your intake valve there. I don't know whether it should have been. Oh no, the inlet's on there. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is, you've got a head harness. Actually, I'll show you the inside of the mask. Pretty simple, basic in there. That's the inside. And I'm not gonna do a history lesson for this video. It's simply an unboxing video. But this mask was developed or manufactured by ephemera in production started roughly around 1937, if memory serves, ended sometime during the war. They were civilian gas masks, but basically meant for, or issued for, like medical anti-gas units. And the origin of the mask is, if you haven't guessed, Czechoslovakia. That's where they were made. It's pretty obvious anyway. Probably just mentioned it. You got the correct filter for it. I think it's 42mm thread, if memory serves. Come off like that. Your intake. It goes on like that. As you can see, that's the mask with a filter. It's a shame about that housing, because sadly the mask does want to kind of like come away from that, so I have to be very careful with it. Probably something I won't always put the filter on. You know, I'm gonna have to gently take that filter off, hopefully without the mask coming away. As you can see, it really wants to come away from the valve housing, so I'm gonna have to be very, very gentle with that. As you can see, I'm trying to be so careful with that, so I don't break it any more than it is. But that is the gas mask itself. But yeah, just a little shame about the wiring. I don't know whether I could find any replacement wiring. probably wouldn't exist. Had to take it off another LPS. Probably one I'll keep like this for display. Probably won't put the filter on it. You know, probably just keep it like this for display. Keep the filter separate. Probably one not to keep in its tin all the time either, and then pull out, because obviously that's gonna put a lot of strain on the rubber, on the face piece, so to speak. As you can see, I'm not gonna do it, but if you see how that is coming away from the valve housing, which is most unfortunate. Nevertheless, it's a mask to add to the collection, and I am happy with it. So what I'm going to do now is lay everything out that I got in this trade, and we're going to have a quick whiz round. I actually forgot, I was like looking around and I forgot the Dutch banknote. I wondered where that was, and it was in the bottom. And that's sealed in there. Obviously it comes out, but I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to keep it protected. But that is a 1940s period Dutch banknote from February 22nd, 1944. That is really, really nice, that. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is put everything out and we'll take a look. Well, thank you to Helmet Productions for these items. We'll go over them. We've got the LPS, the 8mm Mauser rounds, World War II and pre-World War II, the original Reichspfennig, that's how you pronounce it, original stamp, and two of the high quality or nice detailed reproduction stamps, the 1943 US M1936 pistol belt, the Niederländische Bank in 10 Guilderen note from 1944, and the M1911 pistol magazine holder or pouch, June 1918 by PB and Company. So I'm very pleased with this, and everything came safe. So thanks very much, mate, for you know, thank you very much for sending me this, and I hope you get your package from me safe and sound.